is that moment in history. The moment when we will make even greater sacrifices. Education will become paramount throughout the continent. We will address problems of health. And we will use self-help as our mantra. We will teach our children from the earliest period of their lives that self-help is an obligation that we have inherited as black people. We will accept assistance from others, but we will never abdicate our responsibilities to lead the world in the challenges of peace and sustained prosperity. This is our heritage. It is for this reason God has selected us to be a part of the human civilization, to lead that path, to lead that history. And we are now of the recognition that the time to begin has passed. Mothers, fathers, politicians, theologians, students, scholars, we recognize your contribution of old. We recognize the contributions of our ancestors. But the time to expand our commitment, the time to increase our determination, to solve our problems, when the cleavage arose in Kenya, and the cry of the souls of black folks said, send Kofi Annan. We trust him. We believe in him. He doesn't have any hidden agenda. Send him to restore the framework of peace. And today, Kenya has done the impossible. Not through the United Nations, not through the European Common Market, not even from America. From black people who decided enough is enough. We must become the custodians of our future as we did over 1 million years ago. We are just now beginning. And as we look at problems on the continent, we will continue to call upon our people, the souls of black people, to solve these problems, to bring about a new day, to show our kith and kin throughout Latin America. There are 70 million people of African descent in Brazil alone. Papua New Guinea. You have black Chinese. You have blacks throughout the Middle East. You have blacks in America. You have blacks in Central America. We must now make a living legend commitment. No longer will we be prepared, become the beggars of the world. No longer will we be prepared to accept the death rate, the life expectancy limitations that we have experienced in the past. No longer will we be prepared to tolerate or endorse slavery by any other name. But to achieve, it's a simple process, but it requires dedication, discipline. First, we must conceive of what it means for a black continent to be free. We must conceive of a flourishing political process, free of corruption. We must conceive of scholars blazing trails at the very frontiers of physics and geometry and math and the computer. We must conceive of it. That's step number one. We must be able to visualize, in other words, the greatness of our people restored in all of its glory. So first step, we conceive. Second step, which is vital, we must believe. Conceive and then we believe. How do you bolster your belief? By looking at history. You remember Moses? God told Moses to put his hand into his bosom. He pulled it out. It was white. that was described as a miracle. Moses almost freaked out. God said, wait a minute. Take your hand and put it back in your bosom. When he took it out again, the hand was restored to its original color. If Moses had been white, there would have been no miracle by turning white white. But turning black white, that's a miracle. We want to recognize Moses. Solomon said it. He said, look in the mirror, ye daughters of Jerusalem. I am black and I'm beautiful. We have to avoid the days where we are ashamed of the features that God gave us, the nose, the lips, the texture of our hair, the color of our skin. These are gifts of God that we must cherish. Rise and unite the black man's back. Not that we are arrogant, not that we feel that we are better than anyone else. We are simply appreciative of the physical characteristics that God gave us. We wear them with pride as living legends, one and all. And to show our appreciation, we have to use time management. We have to dedicate ourselves to progress, to our country, to our continent, and to the entire world. We must prepare ourselves for the Chinese and the Japanese and the Koreans and people in Latin America and the people in the Middle East to come and say, we need you. We've seen that you've gotten the highest grades at Oxford and Cambridge and Harvard. We know that your talents, your intellectual skills are worthy of imitation. We want to combine all of our efforts to bring about a better world. Africa, with the resources that you have, oil, diamonds, copper, minerals, that's the salvation of the world. We cannot give them away. We must organize them. We must put them in a form that benefits the continent of Africa and benefits the world. This is our moment in time. Every day that you wake up, you have to let your children and your family know. We must use time management. We must use our minds because the black man's back. Has it ever occurred to the world of the great gifts that we have inherited? Most of our youth can listen to one recording 1 or 2 times and then recite every word in sequence. Whether they're in Brazil, whether they're in America, they may be classified as mentally retarded, but they have collective minds. They hear a song once or twice. Some of us adults can hear it 10 times and we still can't remember it in sequence. But these young minds demonstrate every day what they're capable of doing. They demonstrate it through the use of the computer. They demonstrate it through hard work. They demonstrate it by a commitment to organize time. Now we want to combine those commitments into one. One people. One collective nation. One commitment. Rise and unite. Living legends. All of you. Rise and unite. The black race is back. Thank you very much. I look forward to seeing you in person.